From Caesars, Southern Indiana, welcome to the 2025 Derby City Classic. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. This is the 26th edition of the Pocket Billiards All-Around Championship, and it's proudly sponsored by Diamond Billiard Products, Simonis Cloth, and Aramuth. And we also want to recognize our associates from Master Chalk, Digital Pool in Houtsville, and thank once again the tireless work of tournament direction by Bad Boys Billiards Productions. As we've said a few times already, we'll keep repeating it, little special change in the format this year. We've added a day. We're going to 10 days, and on day number 10, which will be this Sunday, it's going to be Championship Sunday. All 3 division finals will be played. We'll crown our 3 winners and our master of the table. We've already got our Bank Pool 2 finalists, neither with a rebuy, Tony Chohan and Fedor Gorst, and we'll see them on Sunday. So thank you all very much for being with us once again. And we're going to jump back into the One Pocket division right now. 400 players began One Pocket. This is round 6. About 60 players left. And we've got for you right now DCC Philippine One Pocket royalty. Ladies and gentlemen, we couldn't have asked for a better matchup, so let's introduce them to you right now. And we got a lot of similarities here. From Toronto, 2-time Derby City One Pocket champion, Derby City 9-ball champion, Derby City Bank Pool champion, 2-time Derby City Master of the Table, one of only 2 men that holds all 4 titles. In 2019, he was recognized for his stellar career by being inducted into the BCA Hall of Fame. He's sponsored by the Pagulayan brand, go figure that. And I'd like to tell you that he is one of the most entertaining and versatile players you have ever seen. He's the smallest man, but he's got the biggest heart. It's the Lion, Alex Pagulayan. His opponents from Tarlac in the Republic of the Philippines, also 2-time Derby City One Pocket champion, 2-time Derby City Bank Pool champion, 3-time Derby City Master of the Table, looking for a 9-ball to complete the sweep. In 2010, he also was recognized for his accomplishments by being inducted into the BCA Hall of Fame, sponsored by Bear Q's and Puyat Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Django Francisco Bustamante. Okay, guys. Going to send it up to the comm box to Mark Wilson and the freezer. Take it away.
World Class One Pocket is next up, and here in the booth with Scott Frost is myself, Mark Wilson. Scott, what a fun matchup now.
Yeah, Mark, excited once again to be here. Blessed and fortunate to be here. I was just thinking, Mark, and I want everybody out here to think about this too. The guy that's on camera right there, Bustamante, just like Efren, who didn't make it this year, this guy is special, 61 years old. And it'll be a sad day when he stops coming around, Bustamante. So hopefully he makes it next year. He's only 61 years old, playing at the high level, but such a fun guy to have around and really a big factor and a big impact on the sport. Love having him here.
Yeah, the power stroke like you can't believe. And the shot that he made, kind of patented, would be that stun forward power drive into the stack. Nobody does it with the degree of control. Bustamante's always been powerful. He's pointing out about the line, the break box. That's for 9-ball Boosty. You don't have to break from the box. Winning the leg, big deal here because it's a race to 3.
Man, it looks like he's laid down a good break, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a ball low and high, the 5 high.
And protected the low ball, too. So
Yes, he has. Now the 13's poking its head out, right? He could go to the bank on the 13, but really can't go up table. The 1 passes the 5. Just wondering if that shot's even an option, Mark, where you're banking the 13 towards the 9 and you're swinging the cue ball 3 rails. I just don't think it's on, and a pretty risky shot to open the match up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, though.
Maybe soft speed, one rail lag to the 5 lightly. Is that just to get through the inning type of a shot? These guys don't like to play that. The other, he could try that. It'd be high risk. I don't think he would ever kick at the 5 ball. Try to just send it back on his side.
Well, that's really how bad it is. I think the 15 might be stopping him from lagging at the 5 one rail.
So now he's looking at kicking at the 5, or just taking a foul, kicking behind the 5 here lightly.
Yeah, and it's dangerous. Your speed's really got to be good. This is a great break. It doesn't look so damaging, but it is. Okay, maybe he is going to the 5.
That's the shot I was thinking about, because that 1, I don't think it's real cuttable.
Yeah.
Maybe it is.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's available.
Far enough past the side. Well, if it's available, then Boosty will definitely cut the 1 down there and let the cue ball drift over to the other side of the table.
But to your point, Mark, there's a good chance it's catching the point from that line. I can't quite tell either. I think it just got past the side, so it's available. Oh, he's caught it heavy. I don't know if that ball turned over at all or not, but he caught it real heavy.
I always marvel at Bustamante's hand size, and when he puts his hand down on the table with his bridge hand, it looks like someone that owns a dog that's going to be a big dog, but it's a puppy and has big feet. And you can kind of tell. I mean,
Yeah.
He looks kind of like a dead octopus laying out there, and boy, does he have power.
Kicking to the 5 again.
And having to curve the cue ball to do so. I don't know that he got a
didn't,
rail.
but it's not the end of the world, right?
He's totally willing to take a foul just to get away from selling out something cheaply.
Immediately what jumps out at me is the 3 off the 4, sending the 4 2 rails your way, the 3 your way, but I don't know if it's got to be laying really good to do that. You could just trim him off the 3 and put him back in the stack.
Golly, devastating. Unless the 4 goes. I don't think the 4 goes, does it?
No, it's
Okay.
tough. Can't tell, but I don't believe so.
Then a spectacular shot. This is not going to be an easy escape for sure. Pagulayan already on 1 foul, too, so he can't just take a foul and see what Bustamante does. He'd be on 2. Yeah, this is how bad it is. He's driving balls to Bustamante's side of the table. Now, Boosty can bank that 14, and clearly the 4 ball doesn't go, so he can just leave the cue ball stuck right in the stack. Even you don't have to bank it for your hole.
No,
Just get
right.
it down by your pocket. Just hit it hard enough and just control the cue ball. It's the total aspect of the shot.
Right. You can just actually tuck him down on top of the 8 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
Really, you can just 2-rail the 14 towards your pocket.
Exactly.
To the right long rail.
Exactly. It's all about the cue ball, whatever it takes. We can get the overhead real quick. This shot we're talking about is just hit the 14 ball, let it come down that speed, and just let that cue ball get settled in there. It's all cue ball here.
That's what he's going to do. Did he get...
Good. Yeah, real good.
Yeah, the speed was great. Did the 14... He's got a little gap there, Mark, though, between the 9 and 2 to kind of escape this now.
Yeah, he maybe did a little too much draw on the cue ball there that opened up the gap. He could have hit that a little bit higher and not had that cue ball bump those balls quite as much as he did.
Oh, he's got the 9. He can play the 9 1 rail towards the 6 if he'd like. If he can tuck the cue ball up behind the 14, that would be ideal.
Oh, if he gets underneath the 14 up to the 1, that would let him get out of this trap. And look at this. Good job.
He'd have liked to got another 2 or 3 inches out of that. Might have moved something directly over to his side. But he was a little scared to overhit it.
If I was Bustamante, I would not be one bit afraid of taking a foul here.
Yeah,
I don't
what
know
about coming off the 1 and putting him over there by the left side or just below it? Is it too thin?
You don't want to let Boosty have a chance to, or Alex to drive that 1. So.
Yeah, you just got to come down or use the 13.
Oh, that's great. Double him up on the 13. Then, and look at his speed. Got that cue ball on the rail where you're 9 feet away. If you have to elevate to get a result, it's really dangerous.
Yeah, he's got a couple options here. He can soft kick behind the 1. You just want to make sure to hit this ball full. You don't want to hit it too thin in the back. You're going in the drink.
Well, I think that's going to be what he ends up playing, what you're saying. Just soft in behind the 1, drive the 1 over by the 5. Maybe it just tickles off the 5 and goes that way, but holds that cue ball near Boosty's pocket.
Could 2-rail it. I don't know how much of it you can see. The kick is where it's at. Oh, wow.
Got it rail, did the whole package there. Nice shot.
Yeah, Alex doing a lot of work to get out of this break shot. This is all a result of the initial break shot.
If you love One Pocket, this matchup here, you're going to get to see it all. And this is, each guy has 40-some years of experience at moving these balls around the table. They're going to make really pretty much impeccable judgments on shot selection. Boosty's going to back cut the 13 and send the cue ball 3 rails. Giddy on up, Boosty. Good speed. Nicely done.
Yeah, I feel like he might have wanted you know what I mean? It would have been great if he'd got that cue ball to the diamond, because now Alex can get the 6 full for sure. I don't know if it's laying right, Mark, but he could play the 6 into the back of the 14 and punch forward. Or he could do it softly if he really wants to just control the cue ball.
Yeah. Yeah, the stun one, the power one, that's what I was saying. Bustamante's so good at getting that cue ball over on the long rail from here with high velocity and get a lot of distribution to his side of the table. It's hard to do. It's hard to do. If you miss-hit it at all, it looks bad.
Yeah, watch out for the 1. I think he's okay to sweep him. So 14 doesn't go, obviously.
Smart. Yeah, he got a lot accomplished with that shot. Looking at the 7, can he do anything now? It's kind of funny. Oh, maybe he can just, bank the 7 and lay the cue ball on the 12.
Okay.
I think that's what he's looking at.
Banking the 4, maybe?
Yeah. Now, Bustamante turned it around. Got a lot done with that shot.
So far, it's been everything we could expect if you like One Pocket. These guys are moving and grooving. Really like to pin him up behind the 14 again. Now that Alex has a ball high and low, being the 15 ball and the 6, you really want to use those two to your benefit. Those are your power balls for sure. If you could get him up behind the 14, it's big trouble.
When we have Scott here, it's just like getting a One Pocket lesson from a world master. And if you ever want a live instruction, especially on One Pocket, Scott's going to be your guy. He's in Phoenix. How would they get a hold of you, Scott?
They got to call you, Mark.
Okay.
No, I'm available. You can reach me online or anywhere, Facebook, anything. Thank you, Mark, for that.
Well, it's just true.
He's pinned him up here, too. So now what? Can he get it, the 11? Excuse me, the 13?
If he can, then maybe Boosty can kind of, draw the 1 rail into the 3 and send the 13 back his way.
I'd like to get him up behind that 8, wouldn't he?
Oh, that'd be really powerful.
Just to double him up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if he doesn't double him up, Alex isn't shooting at 15 ever. Well, I shouldn't say ever because he's really looking at it, Mark.
Well, the reason is his back is against the wall on the defensive side, so he kind of maybe has to just shoot the 15 out of self-preservation type of a thing rather than trying to play offense.
He'd sure hate to miss it, though. Okay, he's going away from it.
Off the 2? Is that
Cutting the 7?
Off the 7. Oh, that'd be nice, yeah. Good. Needs a rail. Got a rail.
I will say, guys, we're a long ways away, and we get the best view in the house, but we do have some distance, and this game is so pinpoint that at times we're not gonna see it all. Well, we never do. Can he pin him behind the 6 now? Bank the 11 towards the 7.
that's that stun power thing I was talking about. Not quite to the same extreme that we will see it later in the match, but not a bad shot.
No, he wanted to get him behind the 6. That's why you saw the cue movement afterwards. He wanted to just tuck right under the 6 and really put Alex in a bad spot. Anytime you've got an open cue ball like this, typically going to find a way out. I'd really like to get him under the 14 again if there's a way, but I don't know. Can he go over behind the 2 and 5, or is he drawn behind the 3 and 5?
This is snug.
Yeah, it is.
If you hit it perfect, it looks normal. But if you even tickle one of those balls going by there, you can look real bad.
Yeah, boy, that seems like a tall order.
I was thinking just rub the 3 and try to go a little inside spin, get in behind the 14 or up to the back of the 14.
I like it. Yeah, I like that for sure. I think it's the most simple play. Don't want to catch the 14 going in.
Look how good his speed and direction was. Got the cue ball lodged right up on the rail.
Yeah, Boosty can see the 6, though, so he's going to cross that to his side, I think, and go up to the 15 if he can see it.
Yeah. The priority here isn't worried about the 6 ball, it's that cue ball up against the 15.
Yeah, he can't see it, I guess.
Okay.
See, this angle tells me he can, for sure. I thought he could just thin cross it, not like you said, not to make it. Go up to the 15. Must have been a kiss. Boy,
Perhaps. Yeah, perhaps so. Right.
what a moving game so far.
I know it. Race to 3. We've been blessed with one great match after the other here. I came down today feeling good and got some adrenaline from that last match.
Coming off the 11. Oh, no. It's not terrible, though, actually, believe it or not, because the awkward angle on the 6, I think.
And it's flat enough. It's not going to be easy for Boosty to do anything with the 6 ball here.
Right. I'd consider looking up there behind the 8 again. I don't know that he can get there. He's covered behind the 4, so that's not an option.
Right. And just like what you said last time, even if you leave the 15 hanging out, you don't quite get behind the... He can only make 1.
Yep. I don't know, Mark. I think he's kind of like almost in a kiss, even if he wants to bank it up towards the 3 here.
Can you ever go rail first on the 6 and then just have it go 2 cushions up? He was able to go ball... Uh-oh. Oh, thank goodness he rubbed that 11 for the Bustamante camp.
I think he might have got away with it and left it unless the 11 plays off that stripe. Alex taking a look now.
It's kind of one of these things sometimes, you don't want to force a guy to shoot because he has no other shot, because sometimes they're so good they make things happen when they shoot just because they feel like there's not an option. But I think the 11's a little bit low. I don't think it will go in the corner.
Boy, if he's forced to come off the 15, that's extremely tough. I would consider taking a foul 1-2 behind try to get behind the 14 again, going below the 3 before I forced myself to come off the 15. Yeah, and that's what he's looking at.
Good call, Scott.
Tough to do, though, right? Tough to get him. Yeah, that's why he played this.
I think he got it. I think he got a legal hit, so he didn't lose a ball.
What a great shot. He played that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was too tough to get him behind the 14.
This is just 2 masters right here, right?
It really is. This is a very, very high-level game so far. I am on the edge of my seat just because I'm looking at every option, and there really is only like one option every time because they're putting each other in such good positions or bad positions.
Here he's just going to try to lodge the cue ball from off the edge of that up to the 11 ball, I thought.
Yeah. You start to get the sense that these balls could start heading up table. Because now they're slowly working them away enough to where I know the 4 and 14 are hazards, but
Yeah, unless there's a mistake made, that's where they ultimately will end up heading because they keep getting the cue ball down below.
he's just going to kick to the bottom of the 14 here, I believe, softly. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And the great value in that is everything that goes to Bustamante's pocket, or excuse me, to Alex's pocket. The 5 looks like it's on, the 15's open. He can't venture to take a risk at banking the 4 here by any means. Mark, can he kick to the bottom rail to the 15? Is there any value in that? I don't even know if there's any value in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's laying, when you're down that low, judging that.
Yes.
Yeah. The only way to do it is say, you know what, I'm taking a foul, but I might accidentally,
That's a great point, though. You're exactly right, and that's exactly how you're supposed to look at it. Like, okay, if I'm going to the low side of the 15. If I catch it, great. If not, I know I'm fouling.
And just like the Pagulayan speed you'd use, where it might be borderline whether you even get it. Yeah, he's just taking a foul. Oh, nice.
Oh, look at what he's done, too.
Yeah.
He's covered the 5 up that was wired to Alex's pocket. They're doing a lot here.
Oh, okay. So they're negating the foul. I forgot to mention that.
A wash.
So you don't get a negative count, which I appreciate as a broadcaster because it used to be sometimes I'd have to say it's -3 to negative. He's winning -3 to -1.
Yeah.
Are you winning when?
Sure.
And there's no other sport in the world where you have a negative score. I don't think.
No.
So I kind of like that part of it. That would be funny though sometimes. -3, -1. He's had.
Yeah, and there's been plenty of those games. I'm certain.
Over the years.
He's going up table now, applying the pressure, using the 8.
Got to be careful to not give up the 15 here because the 4 banks.
Yeah, I think that's an error. To your point, the cue ball's great, but to your point now might be the time to take that chance. If the defensive play is as difficult as the offensive play and you can gain something from the offensive play like the 4, I think there's value there for sure.
Both of these players have owned this title twice. The years that Pagulayan won it, he would make one hard shot like this, get in line, and then have pinpoint position throughout. It was amazing. I've never seen One Pocket played like that before.
Oh, he's hit this a little heavy.
Just a little rough.
He didn't have any position, so he was playing that just to get out of trouble. He didn't want to come all the way down and leave Bustamante a shot.
Now, here's the interesting shot. I don't know if we can grab the overhead, but this would be a frost shot.
The 2-railer?
Bank this here, let it come back down, and just pin the cue ball back.
Yeah, and that's what he's going to do. Watch the point.
A lot of good things can happen here.
Yeah, he just avoided that point. Made a big difference. Good call, Mark. That was definitely the shot. I think you kick to the 4 here versus anything else. You kick to the 15, you're going to leave the 4.
Good call.
Yeah, you got to really be mindful of that. But another problem for Pagulayan is the kick to the 10 is pretty good, even though the 5 isn't on. He can really gain a big position here. Let's see what Boosty thinks after this kick shot. Does he go to the 10? I mean, I think even if he does it softly, there's value, Mark. You see it?
Yeah, right? 100%. Definitely worth a foul. And, he might choose to use a little bit of pace with it because he got that line of balls there to kind of hold the cue ball. He's not even thinking about it, so.
I'm a little surprised.
I think he's going to settle on your shot. He's measuring the others, but I think at the end of the day, he's going to see that.
Well,
but you have to be careful that you don't hit the 6 first.
That, and there's a big gap, as you see on the screen. There's a big gap between the 10 and 5, so the action isn't going to be what we might think. He might. That's what might be why he avoids the shot. I mean, but really, you have to get him up in that pack there, in my opinion, even if you take a foul. So he's going to it, but I wouldn't expect him to hit this hard.
Yeah. Oh, great. Great. Very good work there. Definitely worth a ball.
Yes.
And that preserved his position. He keeps his balls defended over by his pocket. That had tremendous value.
Sure
Now-
did.
now-
That 3 is a problem,
Yeah.
or the 5.
Alex has got to now consider one of those kicks where he just barely tickles or takes a foul. I mean, type of thing. He's willing to take a foul on the kick.
Yeah, he needs to just end up below the 5 or put him right there behind the stack. But rule number 1 at this level of one pocket is you never want to put your opponent on the wrong side of the stack. Sometimes you're just forced to.
Yeah.
Here, taking a foul below the 5 is really all he has. Unless he can get him up to the side of the table. Look at this, Mark. You see that? The 9 and 4 are tied up. If you can get him up into the top right part of the table somehow.
So he might bank this 8 back for his pocket and let the. No, he's going real soft speed. Just taking the foul there. Now he's left an open shot and lost the ball.
I think he was trying to come off the top of the 8 and end up over here on the right side of the table. He really mishit it.
Now the problem is Bustamante shoots at the 13. It's fine if he makes it, but it's death if he misses it. Unless he really powers up.
Does he not have the 13? Does the 14 got him covered? It might have him covered a
And
little.
I just think it's too, this is that stun forward. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not getting any better for Pagulayan.
What a good job with the cue ball to hem it up on the side rail, so now draw is not a possibility.
Correct. Yeah, this makes life miserable for Line.
To have to soft roll and just leave maybe a cross corner bank on the 5 or the. Oh, he tried to do a lot there. I don't think he got it done though.
No, and you had to take some type of chance there because it was just getting worse. But I think he overlooked a shot the inning before when he could have taken a foul below the 5.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Yeah, we can't really. I mean, there's some borderline decisions, but I do think once he left him down table there, you let Boosty do what he did, and it kept the pressure on Pagulayan. This is where Boosty's at his best.
You're not lying. 61 years old and shoots like he's 16 years old.
Oh, he's such a pleasant, cheerful guy to hang out with. When you watch Boosty run balls, yeah, you see a little snake in his backswing on the preliminary strokes. Watch that final stroke, how straight and true that comes back and goes through that cue ball. It's always that slow back. So forget the wind up. Just forget the final stroke.
Yeah, he's got a little
Overhit
far
it just a little bit.
Might be time to shoot the 3 now if he wants to. I mean, there's a big risk, but they're so
the
accurate.
reward or the combination you're saying.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, though, Mark. He might have a little bit more angle than we think, but it doesn't look like he's got the right angle. For the 11. Excuse me, the 13. This monitor misleads me with the colors a little bit. Okay, he's got to be playing the 1.
That's an all or nothing shot. He's going to win the game with this or lose the game with this.
I think he's a pretty heavy favorite. This all lays well.
That's what he's thinking too. I'm going to make this ball run out. Beautiful.
Can he get to the 3? I'm pretty sure he can.
Even if he can't, he can still defend himself from here. He doesn't have to lose with this.
Did he get behind this ball, though? It changes things.
He's looking at that 15 like he could go around the table. Or is that the 12?
15.
I think it's 15, yeah.
But, geez.
I know. You don't want to do this. Inside spin.
Yeah, come down towards the 6 if you can.
Inside spin. Giddy on up, he says.
It's going to be perfect.
Oh, Boosty. Beautiful shot there.
Goodness gracious.
Playing for 3. It's not easy. Still got some work to do.
Yeah, just nudge the 14. Yeah, he's. I think he needs 1.
2.
Alex has a ball?
4, 7, 8. Well, does Boosty's got a foul.
Oh, that's correct. Okay.
So
I thought they negated, but he got an extra foul, so he was either going to have to come out or bank the 10. Uh-oh. We still got action. These balls favor Alex. and a ball comes up, like Mark just stated, he can't see the 6 either. So he's not out of the woods.
Just move a ball to his side.
Yeah, you'll probably see Pagulayan take some type of an aggressive risk here real soon. Otherwise, it'll just get worse. The last thing he wants is these balls going up table.
Yeah. All right, so Boosty needs 1. Alex needs them all.
I think he's looking at the 10. Pinch draw back off the bottom rail or just float over. Big shot here. He can get back in this game, possibly win it if he gets this down, Mark. He's hit it too full. Wow. Misled me. Sorry. I thought he hit it way too full. It was pretty close.
So you're just going to pin the cue ball there behind the 6. Yeah. Oh, my.
Like
Nice.
really pinned it.
Yeah, nice. I thought he might play a stop shot to leave that 12 on his side of the table, but I guess he felt there was more value in trying to get him hemmed up on that 6 to diminish what he could do in retaliation.
Yeah, it wasn't easy to glue him to the 6 the way he did. I mean, the 10
Right.
was on the rail.
All right, Alex trying to lead Boosty to taking a foul back, get off a 7.
Yeah, he'll never do that. He's just going to tick to the bottom rail. I was wondering, typically if you're Pagulayan, you're taking that foul to better your position. I'm trying to see what he's got that'll better his position next shot. Maybe the 11 if he can get to it. That's something I would consider moving or just rolling up on in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he's not looking at it and he can see it. Can't fault him for this either, though. Applying the pressure, right?
Yeah. Now, Boosty has a pretty nice rolling ball hit on the 6 that can just let the cue ball just trickle up and filter onto that 10 just behind it. Does not have to take much risk with this.
So you're saying just catch the thin, real thin side?
Mm-hmm. Or he can even hit it heavy and go through, but just this. Oh, he did more. He went inside spin to drive it away. I was thinking of lay on it, but way more productive of a shot.
Yeah, he 2-rail caromed it out from the bottom side.
Don't you appreciate that? A little
Yes.
extra, it wasn't just a passive, I'll get through the inning and hide him. No, he did something with that shot.
Absolutely.
And that just expands his lead even bigger.
Yeah, he basically kicked and sticked the ball coming off another object ball, which that can definitely be tricky at times. He hit it so good. Alex continuing to stay aggressive.
Out of necessity, he did not hit this well.
He hit the wrong side of the ball. Look at the 6 is going to double the 10 up.
No problem. Boosty can just make a stop shot on the 2 and ham him up. He can play the combination here if he wants. Maybe it goes right in. No, he played the combination to win the game under control. What a great game that whole thing was. That was textbook One Pocket.
High-level stuff.
Super fun.
Tells you the power of the break. They went through, 15, 20 innings there of safeties, and Boosty still held on to the position. Really powerful.
Yeah, and Alex made a ton of good shots to hold Boosty off early. The left English, split the 11 and 4. Oh, caught the end ball. Sometimes it doesn't turn out always bad. A lot of times it does. In this case, it turned out real good. What do you see here, escape-wise?
I'm trying to figure it out. I mean,
He's got him hemmed up pretty good, doesn't he?
I keep staring at the 8. Can he just try to I don't know. Man, the 8's almost too straight. He'd like the 8 to be a touch to the right. That way he can move the cue ball over towards the 1 somehow.
Mm-hmm.
He's in trouble here. He's in big trouble here. He's going to have to come off, looking at coming off the 9.
Oof.
Or the 5.
Yeah. Yeah, if he could do that, well, he's measuring the 8. I don't think he's going to play that. I think he's going to end up with Scott's shot, off the 9 and the 5.
But, boy, he doesn't want to have to do that because everything just kind of goes flying. See? How'd he hit it, though?
Man, good control. Good control. It looks like he just goes there. It's so easy to overhit that or misjudge the angle where the cue ball comes off of there, but great job by Bustamante.
Yeah, and he got the 6 in a good position, which will really help him in the future. You can come off the 5 and go below the 10 here. Yeah, like so.
Really good control. Wicked good control. Just tuck it around the 10 there. Protect the 14, the 1.
Can Boosty see the 12? If he can see the 12, he might be able to do some damage here, snipping behind the 14. Can also see the 7. I'm not certain, Mark, he can see all of the 12. But I feel like he can, and really, I mean, we know he can get behind the 14, or all the way down if you'd like. The 12's going to come to his side, I think. Yeah, he's looking at the 7, so there's something more he likes about it. I didn't think he'd go in. If you came off the line of the 12, you're going to come behind the 14. That way you were kind of coming into the 14. That was a little dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Can he cut this? He's looking like he can.
And maybe. Boy, from my vantage point, it looks like you could only rub it near to the jaws of the pocket rather than make it. Now he's looking at the 9. Everything's just a little dicey here. He wants to get it down below the 8. What good control. What good control that is.
This is not very friendly.
That is hard to warp that cue ball like that and then maintain the speed along with the line and protect all his balls over there. And Boosty's in a lot of trouble now.
That was actually really amazing.
Yeah.
He made it look so easy. Wow. I'm a fan.
I mean, Boosty's, I don't even see anything. Now you got to kind of almost do a big Ed from St. Louis where you just shatter him.
Yeah, he's going to, I guess he can see the 4.
Okay. Okay, not bad, not bad.
No, not bad at all. Alex is not going to take the 1 on. Maybe he is. From the main monitor, it looks like he can take the 1 on. Here it looks like he can, but on our overhead, it looks much more difficult.
Oh, even if he could shoot straight at the 14, he's not going to do it.
No. 6 ball it is.
Very nice. Again, got the cue ball down there in that right location.
Yeah, that's the way he played it. Andy's got him cut off from the 4.
Well, I think he's disappointed about leaving the 14 exposed because he knows that Boosty can tuck the cue ball back behind the 6.
Can he get to all the 14?
No, I don't know what I'm saying. But Alex kind of waved his hand like, going to get away from me.
I don't know. I mean, this is the shot I thought he should have shot earlier with the 12. I don't know if he can see all the 14 to tuck behind the 6. Otherwise, that's definitely the shot.
So then maybe not. Maybe he can just
11?
stop the 11. He drew it a little bit. He did not mean to draw it out of there for sure.
That's going to cost him. He's going to play the 1-6 combination without a doubt and go into the 13.
Yeah, this will be interesting here, how he gets on the next shot.
You
Does
just-
he hit the high side of the 15?
The 13, I think you can draw to, Mark. I'm not certain, though.
Oh, you're right. Very good.
I don't know that he wanted to be on the rail. So, either you got to elevate now and take a risk of missing the ball, or you just take the cut on the 15 and go into those balls. But he's going to have to elevate.
Is he playing the combination or he's playing the
13?
13.
Yeah, because he wants to get an angle. This is the problem. That's what I said. If you elevate, you risk the miss, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So Boosty got away with the minimum expense from where he left him.
Yeah, I mean, he can win the game now, possibly. Alex ended up just pinching that 13 a little bit due to being elevated. Figured he could level out and just roll it in and still have a steep cut on the 15. That's the risk you take when you elevate your cue, especially under pressure. There's pressure out here. I know they've done it a million times, but there's always pressure.
Well, Boosty needs 5, but we can see where there's 4. If he plays good positions, like say he gets on the 3 here, maybe he can draw into the clutter, or maybe he can just get behind that clutter later on.
Yeah, good call. He can get behind the 14 at some point if he gets a good line.
All right. Didn't mean to do that part of it.
He might have got lucky.
He can still bank it, you mean?
Yeah, and carries position, I think, on the 14 at worst.
Yeah. So he's going to look. He needs 3.
I don't know, Mark, if the 15's in the way or not.
The problem is, the 15's not in the way if you go real soft. Well, he's playing it.
Wow, there's just so much value if he makes it.
Okay.
He overbent it.
Now we get to see Alex shoot a little bit here. I think, with the 9 hanging and these 3 balls not all that friendly, I think Boosty was thinking about, and then he knows he's going to at least hang it. So
Right.
he's thinking about, man, maybe it's okay. It's worth it.
Yeah, we're a good angle here. Now, ideally, it'd be a dream if you could go into the 12, right?
2 cushions, yeah. That would be ideal.
Or even 1.
Yeah, okay, so he can even hit the 14 here and maybe dislodge him too. So if you rub into it, something's going to happen.
Yeah.
Except for that.
Yeah, I thought he might bend it with a little more power, right? Where it kind of arcs towards the middle of him. But he just kind of rolled it a little more conservative.
Now it's going to be very hard to get this 1 ball out.
You don't know that he can even try.
He did try.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I was surprised at that.
I know this isn't really the way you'd want to play it, but if you attack those balls with high velocity, there's 0 chance of scratching, and you can tear them open onto your side when you hit them high velocity, because you can't play a shot to know you're going to get a shot here. Now he went soft.
Oh, look at this. Almost perfect. I like your call, though, and you're talking about just smacking into him, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Most likely one of those is going to shoot over to your side of the table.
And you're never scratching, and you can still
Agreed.
protect yourself.
Yeah, I like that call.
The reason for I thought, but
No, it's definitely an option, I think. I shoot that shot, especially if I've got a good line to go to him. I'll shoot that shot, and just because I know I'm not scratching, like you said.
Yeah.
It's worth a shot. Nothing wrong with it. What he did was good, too. Obviously. 2-railing this.
Nice. Good job with the cue ball. Knows he's safe, getting the ball on his side.
Yeah, really. Boosty would like to get these 3 balls out of play as soon as possible.
Yeah. I think he may have to settle for just one of them here to
Right.
begin with.
He's going to start with the 2, but Alex most likely going to shoot the 2 back at his side somehow.
Well, Boosty did a good job, though, getting it on his side and up a little bit. So all he can do is there's nothing that's going to get near the pocket now.
Right, but but if he brings the 2 over, now he's got to move the 2 back. He'd like
Right.
to keep Alex from bringing anything back over so he can get one of the 12 or the 14 out, because Alex is just going to keep pushing that ball to his side one way or another, not towards his pocket necessarily. Wow.
Oh, that was very unusual. Let's see. He really went all out for that.
That was incredibly steep. You know your cue ball's going to be hot.
I thought he was playing that off that 3 cushions up around, touch the 5 behind here, and just let it settle in. You see what I'm saying?
Sure, but what he did is...
No, that was... Well, it was like he's banking at 3 rails for his side or something there. I don't know.
he was just trying to cut bank it, which was insane. It was so steep.
Right. I thought he would have to then go like... I was thinking the speed that he hit it was this back and forth like that because, man, that was high velocity. And like you said, it's so steep. But interesting. Bustamante 2, Pagulayan 0. Still high performance pool. I mean, it's been well played throughout. You're getting to see a little bit of everything here.
Still a little stunned at that decision. The balls were in his position, really.
A little shocking. Okay, not too bad this time for Pagulayan. He's going to be able to get himself out of this break. Maybe if he can rub the 9 and put the cue ball on the backside of the 2 there real soft, that would be nice.
Yeah, I like it. It looks like he's going to elevate and punch it towards...
And that's okay, too. He can get action on his side. And good control. Great job. That's better. That's tangibly better.
You're going to open a lot more up.
And right now, it didn't turn out too good for Boosty because it's going to be really hard to get behind that 3 where he'd like to be.
Yeah, they're up behind the 12. I don't know if the 12 doesn't go. I don't think it does. Can he stay low down here, it looks like? Yeah, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Great touch. Yeah, we got to keep a close eye on Pagulayan. You just got to wonder if he's going to stay super aggressive, kind of because of that quick game. Sometimes our mindsets are that you're way behind now, and you tend to forget what's really happening within the game. You just don't want to force something that's not there. And that's kind of how you feel. The word is on tilt. Sometimes we can go on tilt after a quick decision to cost us a game.
Yeah, great point. Then you're behind, and sometimes your clarity of thought is diminished when you're...
And he is on tilt.
Okay, -1 now for Pagulayan and Bustamante ball in hand behind the head string. Nice open 11 here. Still some pressure, though. It's kind of an oddity there. You'd think you figure he's going to get it, but then if you get split-minded trying to billiard the 9 ball here with the cue ball or something, and then
sure. I miss more ball in hands behind the line than I do straight-in shots. They're overrated.
So look at Boosty's not even shooting the 11, so that doesn't tell at all.
Wait a minute.
Maybe we had the wrong... No, I was wrong. Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Yeah, of course. I was wrong. Boosty broke.
You almost
Boosty
had
broke.
me fooled. Mark.
Sorry. Yeah.
I knew Alex scratched in that pocket, so I was.
Gotcha.
It's all good.
Yeah.
We're good to go. So can he see the 2? I don't know. Looking at the 3-ball combo. 5, 4, 14. Yeah. Pretty tall order.
And kind of, Alex didn't have to pay the ultimate price there.
Well, you've touched on it throughout the week in the rotation games that the combinations, you've really got to give them some special attention. And there's living proof. I think he could have done a little better. He just was kind of quick. I will say, though, 60-second shot clock playing this game can really do some things to your mind, even though it's a lot of time. Inside English here.
Okay. Well, it's not an easy shot, but Boosty figures to hit it and just bank the 9 ball down table and get the cue ball down below.
Yeah, he can tuck up behind the 3, I think, real good here. As a matter of fact, he can really put himself in a good position if he can just get parallel under the 3. He's going to have a lot of blockage there.
Oh, tried to do a little bit more with that. Now, Pagulayan, we get to see a little Pagulayan offense.
Yeah, this is exactly what Alex needed. Did he try to do too much there, Mark, trying to catch the bottom of the 3?
I thought so, too, but he got, remember when he did when he came down and
carried that ball out.
Yeah, so it was kind of that same type of thing, and that it looks great when you hit it, and then sometimes if something goes wrong, this is what it looks like.
Going to the 8. Caught that pretty thin.
He's good, though.
Yeah. Like to have been a lot straighter on this 8, though, so he could easily get to the 4. Now he's got to contest with the 2, and that's why he's going to go to the 11. Naturally over for the 7, and if the 15 goes, well, he might be home free. Just needs a hop.
Good. Yeah, this match isn't over. This is going to be still a fiercely contested match from here.
I wouldn't consider going to the 12 here and get too high. I might try and hold. We might go to the 12 if it's real steep.
Beautiful execution.
Yeah, the angle was really nice for it, I guess.
Okay.
He does
Yeah.
0-1, Mark.
He's got that little decision to make. Do I just pull back and play the 8 next? Do I try to top spin and get down there for is that the 10 ball I'm looking at down there on top of the 13?
Yeah.
8. Do I come on? I don't know. If
He's passing up the 12, so he's going into the 2 here.
Oh, doom.
Boy, this is unexpected. I thought that he would just shoot the 12, then the 8, and then do that. But maybe he was steeper on the 12 than we thought.
Yeah, well, it was a follow-up and come down. But, when he misses a heavy and still doesn't get position on that 10 ball or 12 ball, whatever it is over there on the 13.
10, yeah.
Okay. When he doesn't get position from there and he hit it heavy.
Right.
So if he hits the pocket, the cue ball's faster.
Good
you see what I'm
point.
saying?
Yep.
So he misjudged that. Or mishit it. Just maybe mishit it.
Yeah, a little bit off. Really started out so good, too. But that's how this works, right, in this format.
Yeah.
Things can start to compile on you. I know all too well.
Good shot there to get the cue ball up free and on the ball. 2 Hall of Famers battling it out here.
Yeah, Boosty playing for 4. Does he go up to the 9?
Well, he needs 2, so let's see here.
I think it's dangerous coming up to the 9, but you can get there. Yes, he did.
Pretty shot. Laid it in there nice. Match ball here for Bustamante.
Oh, you overcut
Missed
it.
He got decelerated. That's weird. Oh, boy. Here we go. Alex can get out from here.
Yeah. Maybe a little quick on that ball for sure.
He kind of let up, which is not really his style. He gets through the ball.
Can he punch down to the 10? Boy, he could lose this game if he gets down on this 10. He didn't want that rub on the 6. That really hurt him. That little rub right there. Boy, he could win the game if he doesn't rub that 6.
So what do you think about playing position to play the 9 on the 13 here?
It's not terrible. The 13's a big ball. It's something I'd highly consider, as a matter of fact. He's just heartbroken that he...
He's trying to manufacture something that wasn't quite there. Okay, so now he's going to 2-rail the 9 ball.
Well, I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, right. You don't know if he can do anything with that 5 and 6. I think obviously he's going to it. So, but the problem is, Mark, I don't think he can make the 5 from anywhere now. So can he get this down and get position somehow?
Oh, that's a nice shot. What a nice speed, too.
Yeah, you'd really like it to fall.
Oh, what a nice shot, though.
Yeah. He's back in the game. Is the long rail kick available, Mark, to the back of the 9, or is the 9 too close to the rail?
No, well, even if you make it, I mean, whatever hit it,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think you can get in behind the 9 safely.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
So that's a little dangerous. That makes that kick more dangerous.
Well, no matter what, we're not going to be touching the 5 and the 6.
Right.
Right? No matter what we do.
What's he doing?
Neat.
Yeah, really. Really. Pretty cool shot. Moved the 9 to his side and just made one for Alex.
Now, can he cross this and maybe have the 9 lightly hit into the 5, or maybe even go in the pocket? Oh, he got the double kiss. And the
Yeah, he's probably wired the 6
let's
up.
see. No, not quite. But Boosty can definitely go at the 9 ball, though.
Yeah, maybe asking a little too much to avoid that kiss. Straight back on the 9. It is time. Speed looks pretty good. Might be thin, though.
Mm-hmm. I guess just 2-rail it over on your side. Leave the cue ball down there like that. Top spin kill.
He might just be soft kicking this.
Yeah, that's what he looks like he's doing, but I wouldn't be a huge fan of that.
Maybe he was
Whoa.
concerned about Boosty kicking at the 5 and just hanging the 6 up. That's probably what he was concerned of if he didn't 2-rail the 9 out of there. Really what killed Alex is when he nudged the 5 earlier, when he had the open balls. It really hurt him in this game.
Mm-hmm.
And then it got moved again. But Boosty just teasing him, putting the 9 out there, because Alex is concerned about Boosty kicking the bottom side of the 5 and just hanging his game winner up, which the 6 is. I know it's going low, but I think there's a chance of at least hanging it up, and that's what the concern is.
If we can grab the overhead real quick, I never mind this shot here into it if you feel confident that you can hit this, because you can hit this and open them, and the cue ball can separate down table. So
Yeah,
he's not doing that, but you're going to need all 3 anyway. Yeah.
oh boy.
So that's my deal. Why I might be able to gamble is
No, yeah, I agree, right?
just because you're going to have to get that loosened up at some point. You're going to have to take some chance. Good shot there, match ball. A real fun, entertaining match. A lot of little nuances in there, Scott.
Yeah, Bustamante played great. Alex, it seems to me like Alex didn't even play bad. Just a couple little things happened.
And Boosty keeps that heat on you. There was maybe only 1 or 2 innings that Boosty let Alex kind of have access to do anything other than just be purely defensive. So,
Well, I've got to get down there now, Mark.
okay,
Now
well,
you can make fun of me.
okay, yeah. All right. Well, that's our time for this time. Until next time, everyone. So long.